Okay, gonna do as many of these as I can until my voice goes, which should be soon, but this is Academy Grif. Hold on, we're having a bit of a battle going on. Okay, clear. This is Academy Grifball by Apiro73, and let's have a look. Okay, once again, I'm not sure what that's about. The containment is too small. Okay, you need to double the height of these walls here. Okay, and use blocks for the wall. You have this hole in the ceiling here. I don't know why that's there. Maybe you just did that for Forge and wanted to keep players out. But see, the problem with having a ball there is if someone tosses a pass and it hits that, it's gonna that kill zone is going to that's gonna reset the ball, and players are not gonna like that very much. So double the height of your walls. Of your Yeah. Okay. First things first. Double the height of these walls here. Okay. Now you have a low running wall that goes all the way around, and it's only accessible. See, it's accessible here. Okay. And it's not accessible here. See? Now that's a problem. Oh, I see why. Because that's got a clamber on it. Even though it's a low ledge, it still clambers. So that was actually good to do that. But you should make it a little bit bigger. You should be able to walk on it. Like you want this invisible blocker to be close enough that you can walk on the wall, and but far enough away that close enough that it doesn't clamber, but far enough away that it gives you some room to walk. So you should make it about half the width of this wall to this one here. Okay, if you have it right about here, you see you won't be able to clamber, but you will be able to jump onto it. So make it about just slightly less than half the width of the wall, and you see, and then you have no problem walking on it as well. Some Z fighting in the floor here. Take care of that. That's really easy to fix now. So get rid of any Z fighting like that. For these walls here, I'm going to show you the height of them and all that in a second. But when you have a wall that you can walk on like this, you should make it so they can walk on the full length of the wall. So what you're going to want to do is take your invisible blockers here and put them right to the outside edge of the wall. So they perfectly touch the outside, and it's just more immersive when they know they can walk along the whole wall. Okay, you see once again there's some Z fighting happening. You see you've got two blocks here. I'm getting the feeling that you don't need them both. Oh, wait a second. They're grouped. Oh, I see what they are. You just did that so that the walls were the right length. In that case, you're just going to have to grab one of them, put your Z fighter on, and just make it a bit lower, push it a bit in, and you see you can barely notice that it's been moved, but it's always spawning me on the other side of the wall. But it gets rid of the Z fighting. See, no more Z fighting, and you barely notice that it's out of whack. Now I did move your walls a little bit, but so go along the entire length of the wall, get rid of any Z fighting. See, there's more Z fighting there, and just with your Z fight snap and set to 0.001 Z fighter fixer, and you just grab it and tap it with the A button or with the X button or B button, whichever way you want it to go. So it'll either go up or down, but either way you have to stop the Z fighting. Now your walls. Really simple fix for your walls. I'm just gonna delete those. Okay. Your ceiling, keep it intact because you're going to be using it, but you're going to be moving it. No, first thing you're going to do is you're going to get rid of this hole. There should be no holes in your ceiling whatsoever. Even if you kill volume it, it's still a detriment to play because, I say, the bomb will reset. So whatever you need to do to get your ceiling can overhang too. There's no reason why it does not have to line right up to that. So in the case of this one, just use more pieces, make your ceiling big, and make sure it builds the whole works on the whole thing. So for containment, you're going to get rid of all your walls. Okay. Now, I accidentally deleted something off your map. I don't know what it was, but I accidentally deleted something from over here. You're going to want to get these walls here. Yeah, as I said, just spread them out. Spread them out, fill them up. You can make them even, but you get the idea. I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. You can make them even or more even. So I'm going to group those together, and then I'm just going to raise them up. Okay, there's the spare one. I knew there was another one. So let's just get those up and out of the way. As I say, you're going to rebuild that. You only need 9 pieces, and then just stick them together with magnets and group them. So for your outside wall, you're going to get 128 by 128 by 128 invisible blockers. So the largest block, okay? And then you're going to just put them in place so that they line up with, and following me here, actually that's an end wall, that'll be different, so let's just do a side wall first. Okay, so they should be just slightly lower, like that, and as I stated earlier, right to the outside, so there still is a little bit of overlap between this wall and the invisible blocker. Okay, so for the next one, and then for the next one. Okay, so there's one wall. Do the same with all the walls. Big invisible blockers. And if you spawn them the way I do, they line up perfectly. You just have to go past them and face them, like so, and it will put them exactly in the right place that you need them. Just a quick little trick there. Okay, so do that for all your walls. As I said, your side walls give you plenty of room, and your end walls should be same deal, same height. Same height, but half the width. And just so that you can't clamber. See, you can't clamber. Okay. Then when you do that, you're going to take your ceiling, your nice neat new ceiling, not the messy one like this, and you just simply bring the ceiling down till it lines up with that one there. See, that's your new ceiling height. See how much more room you have now? A lot more room to toss the ball from one side to the other without hitting the ceiling. So that should be good. Now, there is a little bit of an issue. Now, I understand why you use these pieces, because I've seen buildings that have a texture and a sort of an outside look to it like that. And it kind of looks like glass. The only problem with that is, let's see if I can get that to work for you here. The only problem with this is, you see my reflection over there? What happens when I pull a sword out? It's a problem with this actual breakout piece and sword reflections. They do a really wonky thing with the swords. See, there's another one over in the far right side. So you might want to rethink that. You could probably get the same effect as that, as using the... well, let's just see what we can do about that. We're going to place a block. Excuse me. And we're going to give it a color. I guess the easiest way is just to go right there for secondary. Let's make it nice and glossy. Let's bring it down to 9, not 10. Let's go... We'll just have a quick look through them, see which one. Marble. And then you make your overlay shellac. And wouldn't you know it? It looks almost the same. Has a nice reflective look to it, almost the same color. And let's go put it... Wait, where was that bad reflection? The sword reflection was up in that corner there, so let's I'm just going to put it on half that wall there. So I'm going to put it here, and let's just see if it still does that nasty sword reflection. Yeah, you see, it does not do it. You see, the other piece does, but the piece we just placed, it would be right in the middle of it right now. So there's what I recommend. Get rid of all these breakout pieces. And oh, I see. You can keep the frame. Just replace. Actually, I'm going to look at see what that's marble texture. I just want to see what it looks like with a Forerunner. Yeah, Forerunner doesn't look too bad. So I'd say Forerunner or marble. Yeah, maybe Forerunner. Forerunner has a kind of a texture to it, similar to what they had, but different. So replace all those with just straight blocks with a shellac finish to it, and that should do it. Everything else looks good. Your spawns are all standard. Your floor is bumpy. Okay. Yeah, that's got to be fixed. You might be able to just get away with making it lower. I think I made it too low. Oh, I see. That's a invisible blocker. Yeah, that's even that is an invisible blocker, it will cause a bump. So yeah, see, the problem with that is blocks like that kick people out of Oh, I didn't realize those circles were the same size. Wow, that's perfectly smooth. That one's nice. Nice job finding that this cylinder cylinder is the same size as that inner ring, so it's perfectly smooth. Unfortunately, this one isn't, and this creates quite a bit of a bump. Okay, so you just maybe just lower it as much as possible. And in the case of this one, if you're going to go with that, just get rid of the invisible blocker, because it's just as much of a bump as anything else would be. And get your floors all nice and square and straight. Yeah, and you see, you can make it low enough that you can see it, but not so much that it becomes a bump. See? Nice and smooth. So just a matter of get rid of the invisible blocker and just lower this down. See, it gets down to a point where the two pieces, it looks like it's taller than this piece here, but they're actually the same height. Okay? So the way you test that is you hold A on your monitor and you go down to the floor, and you hold A the whole time, and you just drive around with the monitor holding the A button, and that'll show you if you have a bump or not. And so there's no bump there. Just lower those, get rid of the invisible blockers. Okay, I think excuse me. I think that's it for this. Make those changes. Make a note in your original entry in the contest. Get rid of all your Z fighting. Fix your walls and your ceiling, and we'll look at it. We'll look at it in a few days once you get that fixed. All right. So get that done. Oh, didn't even notice that. Nice touch. Huh, nice. Okay, so get that fixed and get it back into the contest, and we'll move it on to the next round as soon as you do that.